Hi, everyone, and welcome back to Daily English Loop, your daily dose of real, practical English learning. I'm Emma, and today we're diving into one of the most important and honestly most overlooked habits you can build as a language learner: thinking in English. But I'm not alone today. I'm joined by someone I've been learning alongside for years. He's a language coach, a communication nerd, and someone who's been helping learners move from textbook thinking to natural speaking. Say hi to Jack.
Hey, Emma. Hey, everyone. So happy to be here. This is one of my favorite topics because I truly believe that once you start thinking in English, your whole learning experience changes. It's not just about speaking better, it's about living the language.
Exactly. And today we're going to break it all down. What thinking in English actually means, why translating is holding you back, and most importantly, how you can start training your brain to switch into English mode, one step at a time.
So, what does it actually mean to think in English? A lot of learners hear that phrase and think it's something advanced, like it only happens when you're fluent. But that's not true.
Not at all. Thinking in English simply means that your first mental reaction, your thought, happens in English without going through your native language. No translating. Just direct access to the language.
For example, you're at a cafe and the waiter asks, "What would you like to drink?" If you're still translating from your language to English, you pause. You might think, "Okay, I want coffee. How do I say that?" But if you're thinking in English, your brain just goes, "I'd like a coffee, please." Instantly.
And that kind of reaction time is key to fluency, because in real life, conversations move fast. You don't always have time to pause and translate in your head.
The amazing thing is, your brain is ready. It just needs to be trained. It's like learning to ride a bike, shaky at first, but once you get the balance, it becomes second nature.
And we'll show you exactly how to get there. Let's talk about the big obstacle: translating. Most of us start there. It feels safer. You think something in your own language, then try to find the English version.
But the problem is that process is slow. And even worse, it builds a habit of hesitation. You don't trust your English instinct.
Exactly. We've both seen students freeze during conversations because they're so busy trying to get it right. They're afraid of saying the wrong thing, so they say nothing at all.
And that's the opposite of fluency. Real fluency isn't about being perfect. It's about flow, about responding quickly, naturally, even if it's not textbook perfect.
Also, translating often leads to weird sentences. Like when someone says, "I very like music," which makes sense in some languages, but sounds strange in English.
So, the goal isn't to translate better. It's to stop translating altogether and to start forming your thoughts in English from the beginning.
Okay, let's get practical. Thinking in English is a skill, and skills are built through practice. So, how do you train for it?
We've got 8 powerful techniques you can use. You don't need to do them all. Just pick one and start. Even 5 minutes a day can make a difference.
All right, let's jump into the first technique. And this one's super simple, but surprisingly powerful.
Yeah, it's called Name What You See. And it's exactly what it sounds like. Wherever you are, at home, outside, at work, look around and label things in English. Table, window, pen, phone, jacket.
Add more detail as you go. Black pen, open window, big red car. You're teaching your brain to connect English words directly to the real world. No translation step.
Try it while walking. Count 10 objects in English in 30 seconds. It becomes fun, almost like a language game.
All right, so once you're comfortable naming things around you, let's take it a step further.
Exactly. Now, we move into full thoughts and actions. This next one is called Narrate Your Day.
This one is powerful. Speak out loud or in your head about what you're doing. I'm brushing my teeth. Now I'm making coffee. I need to send that email.
This builds sentence fluency, and you'll notice which words or structures you're missing. Then you can go look them up later.
Bonus tip: Record yourself, even just a 1-minute voice note each day. Listen back. You'll start hearing your own growth.
Now, if you're ready to level up and get a little more interactive,
This next one is super fun and maybe just a little awkward at first, but totally worth it. It's called mirror practice.
stand in front of a mirror and have a pretend conversation. Ask yourself questions like, what did you do today? What's your favorite food?
Then answer. I worked all day. I'm pretty tired. I love sushi, especially with spicy mayo.
It's not just about speaking. You're practicing facial expressions, eye contact, confidence, all in English.
Okay, let's switch gears a bit. What if you're somewhere quiet, like on the train or in a meeting, and you can't speak out loud?
No problem. That's where this next technique comes in. It's called silent thinking. And yes, it's exactly what it sounds like, thinking in English quietly in your head.
Here's a subtle but powerful one. Set a timer for 2 minutes and think only in English. Mentally plan your day. I have a meeting at 10, then lunch with Sarah. I need to buy groceries after work.
Even your random thoughts, that bird looks funny, or I'm hungry again, start becoming part of your English mindset. Now, if you're more of a writer than a talker, or just prefer quiet reflection at the end of the day,
Then this next method is perfect for you. It's called Keep a Mini Journal. Just a couple of sentences each night can go a long way.
at night, write 2 to 3 sentences. No pressure. Just describe something from your day.
Work was stressful, but I had a nice walk after dinner. I listened to a podcast on the way.
You're not only thinking in English, you're reflecting in it.
All right, so we've talked a lot about output speaking, writing, thinking.
But input is just as important. And that brings us to our next tip. Use English-only input. What you consume shapes how you think.
Choose English subtitles or no subtitles when watching shows. Even children's cartoons work great because the vocabulary is simple and repetitive.
You'll start noticing phrases that repeat across episodes. Let's get started. Are you kidding me? I'll be right there.
Soon, your brain starts predicting these expressions, not just recognizing them. That's a huge win.
So, once you've got some English input in your system, why not turn it into a little role play?
Exactly. This next technique is all about using your imagination. It's called practice solo dialogues, and it's one of the most fun ways to train your speaking.
Create real-life scenarios in your head, like ordering food. Hi, can I get a chicken sandwich and a small Coke? Would you like fries with that? No thanks. That's all.
Or imagine a phone call with a friend, a job interview, a shopping trip. Speak it all out.
It's active, immersive, and you can do it anywhere. No partner needed.
All right, now here's a bonus technique. And honestly, it's one of my personal favorites because it's quick, simple, and kind of fun.
Yeah, it's called mental tagging. You're not speaking or writing, you're just labeling things in your mind, almost like adding mental sticky notes throughout your day.
Here's a bonus tip that's super effective and fun. It's called mental tagging. It means assigning an English word or phrase to an object, action, or even feeling, like placing a mental label on it.
For example, when you're holding your phone, say to yourself, phone, messages, notifications, too many.
Or when you're walking to work, I'm late. I need coffee. Why is the train always full?
You're not making full sentences, you're creating mental snapshots using English. It helps build fast, natural reactions without overthinking grammar.
This is especially useful for emotional vocabulary. You can tag your feelings throughout the day. Excited, tired, confused, grateful.
Over time, you'll start feeling in English, not just describing your day in English. Now, let's take narrating your day to the next level and make it a little more dynamic.
Right. Instead of just saying what you're doing, imagine you're telling a story, like you're giving a mini performance. This next one is called scene-based self-talk. Let's revisit the narrate your day idea. To make it even more effective, build mini scenes. Imagine you're giving a short speech about what you're doing.
For example, while cooking, now I'm chopping the vegetables. I need garlic, onion, a little salt. Stir it slowly. Don't burn it.
You can turn your whole cooking time into a spoken recipe. Or while cleaning. Let's clean this desk. Wow, so much dust. When was the last time I wiped this?
You're not just thinking in English, you're thinking with energy and character.
All right, remember the mirror practice we talked about earlier?
Well, now we're going to level it up a bit. This version adds emotion and real conversation style questions. We call it Mirror Practice Plus.
With the mirror method, try adding emotion. Practice saying things like, I'm really excited today. Ugh, I'm so tired. Why did I stay up so late?
Then mix in Q&A. What's your biggest goal this week? I want to speak English for 10 minutes every day.
This brings your English to life. You're not just forming words, you're acting them out.
Now, if you're thinking this all sounds great, but what exactly should I think about in English?
Good question. And we've got you covered. Here's a bonus tip to help you get started. Brainstorm your inner monologue starter pack. These are simple, everyday prompts to kick off your English thoughts.
If you're not sure what to think about, here are some great prompts for your English inner monologue. What's on my to-do list today? What did I eat for lunch? What do I want to do this weekend? Who do I need to text back? How do I feel about today's weather?
You can even pretend you're doing a vlog. Hey guys, so it's 8 a.m. and I'm about to head to work. I'm feeling a bit tired, but let's get through the day.
Remember, the more personal your English thinking is, the more powerful it becomes.
Now, before we wrap up the techniques, there's something important we need to address.
Yeah, a common fear that holds a lot of learners back. So let's talk about it in this next part. Common misconception.
Let's quickly address a fear many people have. I'm not good enough to think in English. Wrong.
You don't need perfect grammar or big vocabulary to start. You only need simple thoughts. I'm hungry. The sky is blue. I'm going to the store.
That's real thinking. That's English. Don't wait to be fluent. Think now, grow faster.
Exactly. You don't learn to swim by reading a book. You jump in water. Same with language.
So, what changes when you make thinking in English a habit?
You speak faster. You stop hesitating. You trust yourself more. You respond with emotion and tone, not just words.
And best of all, you begin to enjoy the language. It becomes a part of you, not just a subject you study.
So here's our challenge for you. Pick one method from today's episode, just one. Try it for 7 days straight, 5 minutes a day.
You can think out loud while making coffee, or write a short journal entry, or walk and name things in English.
Small steps, big progress.
And remember, don't aim for perfection. Aim for consistency. That's what we do here at Daily English Loop. Thanks so much for joining us. We hope this episode gave you something real, something you can apply today.
If it did, be sure to follow the podcast, leave a quick review, or send this to a friend who's learning English too.
Until next time, keep thinking in English and keep growing.
Keep thinking in English and keep growing.